Good morning, the best to you this morning. How are you? How are you? I hope you're feeling fine and happy all the time.
Hello everyone, welcome to our online class, grade 5. Today we'll focus on Unit 9, where it really happened, and we'll focus on Lesson 5 and 6, Skills Time. Okay, now we'll move on this part, reading skills. First of all, my students, let's take a look at the screen. I have one question for you. What will life be like in 100 years? And look at the three students. The first student is Lam. He is 11 years old. The second student is Trường. He is 10 years old. And the last one is Kim. She is 10 years old too. Okay, now my students, let's follow these three students here to know what will they think in the future, right? First, I wish all of you can listen first to know that what will he think in the future, right? Okay, let's listen, please.
Listening 84. Listen and read.
What will life be like in 100 years?
Lum, 11. I think robots will do everything for us. They'll do all the dangerous jobs, like firefighters' jobs and help in the house. Robots will listen to us and talk, but they won't have feelings like people. I think robots will help us with our homework too. That will be great.
For my students, after this part, I have one question for you. Can you tell me what will he think in the future? Maybe he think about the robots. Okay, it's up to you. You can tell me your answer later, right? Okay, and now let's move on next students, please. Wow, look at this boy. What's his name? He's Trường. He's 10 years old. So what's he thinking now? My students, again, let's listen, please.
Trường, 10. There will be more people on Earth in the future because there will be less illness. More people will buy cars, and this means that our roads will be crowded. So, I think we will have new roads in the sky, and our cars will be very different too.
I also have one question for you. Can you tell me what will Trường think in the future? He think about cars or think about the units or something like that. It's up to you. You can tell me later, right? And now let's move on next part, please. Wow, my students, look at this girl. She's so beautiful, right? So what's her name? She's Kim. She's 10 years old too. And now what's she thinking? Okay, first of all, I would like all of you to listen. And then I also have one question for you. Okay? Okay, here we go. Listen, please.
Kim, 10. I sometimes worry about the future. I think it will be hotter, and there will be more storms. It will rain a lot, and the oceans will get bigger. It will be more difficult to grow food. Animals like polar bears won't have homes because there won't be any snow where they live.
So, can you tell me what will she think in the future? Okay? She think about the polar bears or the oceans or the weather or something like that. It's up to you. You can tell me your answer later. Okay? Very good. That's so great. So my students, let's move on next part, please. This part, definitions. I think after the read test you have some difficult words, right? And now I will pick up some new words. So The first word is robot. The second word is feelings, illness, crowded, storm, and roar. So I have a lot of pictures here. And now we will match the pictures with the word, okay? For example, the first word, robot. Yes. The second word is feelings. Feelings, you look at the pictures. Sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel sad, or you feel angry with somebody. It means feelings. Illness, crowded, storm, and the last one, roar. You read the text again and match the sentence house. So the first sentence, robots. 1. We have A, B, C, and D. Okay, this is sample for you. D. Robots won't have any feelings. Okay, and now how about number 2, number 3, and number 4? You have 10 seconds to finish the task, right? Here, are you ready? Here we go. Okay, time's up already. And number 2. So how about your answer? Number 2? C, that sounds great. Some animals won't have homes. And how about number 3? The earth will. Yes, the earth will be hotter, right? And the last one, there will be more cars. Very good. My student, you're very excellent today. So, let's move on. Next part. So, what is this? Listening skill, right? First of all, I would like all of you to take a look at the 4 pictures here. This part, you have to listen and you have to write down your number below the pictures. Okay? And after finish listening, you have more 10 seconds to finish the task. Have you got this? Very good. So, here we go.
Listening 85. Listen and number.
We asked 4 more children, what will school be like in 200 years?
1,
In 200 years, there will be too many people on Earth, so I think we will have big cities in space. People will live in space stations. Children will also go to school on the space stations. There will be special classrooms for learning more about their new life in space.
2,
I think that children won't have to go to school in 200 years. The children will study at home using computers. They will have more time for sports, being outside and doing other things, because they won't have to travel to their schools.
3,
I don't think things will change very much. I think children will still go to normal schools and learn from their teachers. The only difference is that all children will have their own computers in the classroom. There will be a lot more machines to help us learn.
4,
Maybe children will have robots to help them with their schoolwork and tell them when to get up and go to bed. The robots will be like a best friend for the children because they will talk to them and help with any problems.
Yes, finish listening and you have 10 seconds to finish the task. Okay, time's up. My students, can you tell me your answer, please? Number 1, assemble, right? Okay, very good. And number 2, Where's number 2? A, B or C? Yes, number 2 is either A, right? And how about number 3? Where's number 3? Very good. Number 3 is in beta C. And how about the last one? Of course, number 4. Very good. Okay, you're very good today. Let's move on next part, please. Okay, let's move on this part. This part you have to listen and write. T for true or F for false. Okay, look at the false pictures again. And look at number 1. And look at the sentence. Children will learn about life in space. And now you have to listen, and after that you can tell me this sentence, is it true or false? Okay? Listen please.
1.
In 200 years, there will be too many people on Earth, so I think we will have big cities in space. People will live in space stations. Children will also go to school on the space stations. There will be special classrooms for learning more about their new life in space.
Yes, how about your answers? Is it true or false? Children will learn about life in space. Your answer is true, is correct. So let's move on number 2. Children will have more free time. Listen, please.
2.
I think that children won't have to go to school in 200 years. The children will study at home using computers. They will have more time for sports, being outside, and doing other things because they won't have to travel to their schools.
Finish? Okay, tell me your answer, please. This sentence, is it true or false? Your answer is 2, is correct. So let's move on number 3. Listen, please. But before you listen, let's read the sentence, please. There will be more computers or no teachers in classroom. Okay, listen, please.
3.
I don't think things will change very much. I think children will still go to normal schools and learn from their teachers. The only difference is that all children will have their own computers in the classroom. There will be a lot more machines to help us learn.
Yes. So, how about your answers? Your answer is false? Yes, correct. False is the correct answer. Okay, and how about number 4? Number 4, you look at the girl and the robot. So, robots won't talk. This sentence. Now, you listen and you can tell me, is it true or false?
4.
Maybe children will have robots to help them with their schoolwork and tell them when to get up and go to bed. The robots will be like a best friend for the children because they will talk to them and help with any problems.
Yes. So after listening, how about your answers? The answer is false. False is the correct answer. Very good today. My students, I think all of you very good at listening skill. So what's next? Yes, it's time we move on to speaking skill. Okay, my students, I have one question for you. What do you think life will be like in 100 years? You can talk about some of these topics here. First, school, travel, weather, animals, home, robots, food, or earth. These topics, you can choose one topic or one more. and you tell me what do you think life will be like in 100 years, right? For example, robots. What am I thinking? I think we will go to school, but we will all have a robot as our desk. Or I don't think robots will do everything. They won't do our homework, right? Robots cannot do our homework, right? Just my thinking. So, how about you? What's your topics? Yes, let's move on. Writing skills. Let's write together, my students. Okay? So, we can make new words when we put two words together. For example, we have the word fire and we have the word fighter. We will make fire fighter. Okay? For example. So, it's your turn. I have one question for you. I have the word sun and plus flower. So, equal. So, what do you think? Yes, very good. We will have the word sunflower. Well done. Next, I have the word pan and plus cake. So, equal what? So, what do you think? What's your answer? Very good. The answer is pancake. Very good. Next, please. Yes, you look at the word. I have one word, house, plus work, equal. So, what's your answer, please? The answer is housework. Well done. Very good. And what's next? And now I have one mission for you. You add words to make your own new word that could be used in the future. For example, robot plus cook equal robot cook. A robot cook is a robot that cooks, for example, like this. Okay? Have you got your mission ready? Very good. Okay, my beloved students. After this lesson, please, at home, you try to practice writing new words. And don't forget to do the exercises in the workbook page 63, 64, and 65. Okay, it's enough for our lesson today. Thank you, my students. And it's time to say goodbye.